Your screen. Oh, wrong button. Let's share this. All right, everybody has on the screen?
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, so apologies for the late start. I'm a bit caught up. All right, so actually I can start the YouTube or I'll begin now. All right. All right, so we'll begin with our usual introduction as to what is wealth building. The Wealth Building Invest was founded in the midst of the pandemic in 2001, where we realized that persons lost on good opportunities because they did not have the financial education or the knowledge in order to take advantage of those. As such, we have made it our mission to educate persons regardless of their financial level. So whether you're rich, you're poor, you kind of have money, you just start out, just left high school, or you don't have no education at all, and you just want to find your way as to how you can make a life for yourself, then we specialize in doing just that. So wealth building has four key products. The first one is our savings plan, where we offer a quick, quick and easy saving plan that you can do on literally any budget. So we offer easy to understand and impactful saving plan to help you build wealth over time. We also offer long-term and short-term loans. So if you need some quick cash for a sudden expense, family emergency, or if you just want to take a trip, have a nice dinner out with that special somebody, or even to help patch up a particular situation, we can assist with that. We also offer free credit counseling. So if you don't know what a budget is, you don't know why you should budget and why it's important, then we can assist with that. As well as if your entire financial situation is in complete shambles, then our free credit counseling can help you clean up, straighten up, and fly right. All right. We also offer a weekly advice column through this podcast. So this week's topic is Introduction to Employee Management. So last week we spoke about a lot, and we mainly about entrepreneurial burnout and ways in which you could find better solutions to avoid that, because we don't really want that. One such way is this follow-up topic. Having people do or take on some of the tasks that you normally do yourself. As the phrase goes from last week, think, oh yes, so yeah, it reminded me of the previous week, Ashley's quote, I was trying to remember it, where it says, systems run the business and people run the systems. So a part of that system is having employees. So we'll dive right into that. Effective employee management is crucial for success to an organization. This introductory guide will cover the key principles and strategies to help you become a more successful manager and bring out the best in your team. Defining your management style. Authoritative, collaborative, coaching. Set clear expectations and hold employees accountable, provide direct feedback, and make decisive decisions. That is the authoritative style, or some person would call it a dictatorship style. Collaborative. Involve employees in decision making and encourage open communication. Foster a team-oriented environment. And coaching. Focus on developing your team's skills and helping them to reach their full potential. Provide guidance and support. So based on where you are at, you can select which style suits you best. Effective communication with employees. Active listening, clarity and transparency, feedback and recognition, open door policy. Actively engage with your employees, ask questions, and provide your full attention. So active listening is also an important trait when communicating with not just employees, but everybody. Because if you are talking to me and you're on the phone, I will end the conversation because clearly you're distracted. It's also seen as disrespectful to be engaging with somebody and then they're otherwise occupied, or then you just shift your attention to something else. So don't do that because that does not work anyway. Clarity and transparency. Communicate goals, expectations, feedback clearly to avoid misunderstanding. If what you communicate is not clear, then you can't get the results that you are seeking. So if what you're saying doesn't line up with what they are doing, then there is a fall off somewhere in the communication, either how the message is received or how the message was sent. So clarity and transparency, very important. Feedback and recognition. Provide regular feedback, both positive and constructive, to motivate and support your team. Now, for this one, some persons don't like being told what to do, and they'll take any form of criticism as negative criticism or an attack on them personally. So, understanding that if you're employed somewhere or if you're working with a team and they provide feedback to you as well as you providing feedback to them, it is something to look at. So, don't be so high up on your horse that if somebody says, hey, I think we could do this better if we tried this, or if you tried this, and I'll be like, but you are below me. Who are you to give me advice? Or who are you to say, hey, I'm doing something wrong? Open door policy. Encourage employees to come to you with questions, concerns, and ideas. And by doing this, you will, one, gain the trust of the people who you work with and around, as well as foster stronger relationships and stronger bonds and build better teams. Because if some persons can freely ask you questions or share their concerns, then you can easily find out what is either going on in your team or what is going on with your teammates or employees. And then with that, you can use that information to help them be better, as well as to help you make better decisions. An example of that is somebody might be coming to work every single day, and you would say that they're tired, only to find out that, hey, they've been up on the road from 4 o'clock this morning, and them taxi system just really crappy, so them need to move. So whatever the case might be, encourage persons to speak freely and share their concerns so you can have a better idea of what is going on within their headspace. Motivating and engaging your team. Meaningful work. Ensure employees understand how their roles contribute to the company's success. So this one is important because some people will just come at work like a paycheck and they will do exactly what you tell them to do, but only that. So if they see something going wrong or they see where something could be improved, they will not do it because they will not undertake the extra work. Because for one reason or another, they do not feel like what they do is important. As such, they operate within their own selfish desires. So they come, they do what they paid for and only what they're paid for. Growth opportunities. Provide opportunities for professional development and advancement. Anything that doesn't grow dies, whether it be company or people. So providing an opportunity for advancement gives somebody something to work towards. Recognition and rewards. Acknowledge, acknowledge and celebrate employee achievements to boost morale and engagement. So recognizing somebody's efforts and providing rewards will allow them to get engaged more with the business as well as their tasks, and will also allow them to perform better. Everybody has different rewards or different things that they would consider as rewards. Some people, all you have to do is just give them a raise or give them a bonus and they're good. And they'll work as hard as you want. Others would prefer other things or forms of recognition so that others can see that they are working hard. While some persons don't want to hear of it any at all. So, work-life balance. Encourage a healthy work-life balance to prevent burnout and promote well-being. So encourage persons to take a break whenever they are on break and to do the things necessary so that they do not hurt themselves or be unable to be of service to themselves and the company. Performance management feedback. Set clear expectations. Establish measurable goals and key performance indicators or KPIs for everyone. Ongoing feedback. Provide regular feedback, both positive and constructive, to help employees improve. Annual reviews. Conduct formal performance reviews to assess progress and plan for future. So this is a nice loop because once the objectives are met, then we can look at the feedback as to what we could do better and how we can do it better, even more efficiently, faster. And then annual reviews, because a lot of times we get lost in the process, so we can't tell whether or not we are making progress until we stop, look back at some of the things that we've done to this point. Because for some persons, if they don't see where they're coming from, then they'll have no motivation to go forward. Addressing employee issues and conflicts. Active listening. Hear all sides of a story and understand the underlying issues. Mediation. Facilitate open and constructive dialogue to find a solution. Clear policies. Establish and communicate clear policies to address potential issues. Empathy. Approach issues with understanding and compassion to build trust. Final slide. Conclusion and key takeaways. Understand your style. Identify the management approach that best fits your personality and team. Communicate effectively. Foster open and transparent communication and build trust and engagement. Motivate and develop. Empower your team to provide opportunities for growth and recognition. And fourthly, address issues proactively. Respond to challenges with empathy and professionalism to resolve conflicts. That's the end of our slide. Right? Ashley, which style is your style?
Well, there's actually a question in the chat. I'm gonna read it because I think it ties into the question that you asked me, which one is my style. The person asks, authoritative, collaborative, and coaching. Which one is more important? I
Actually,
believe.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go on,
What are you gonna say?
I know. Go on, Ashley.
Let me answer your question. My style, I would say more coaching. I think my nature, many professions that I've had, the type of person I am, but I do understand that you do need to be collaborative and you also need to be an authoritative figure. I think the one that's most important is authoritative. I find that when you do too much collaborating, you do get that sense of, people may try to battle your ideas or your decisions because they do feel like they're on the same level as you.
Yeah.
Whether or not you agree with that term or disagree, there are levels to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
True.
coaching, I just think that comes natural. You know, sometimes it may not come from the person high up. It may come from a peer who's been in your position or does the same job as you do, but has been doing it for a while. So I think naturally that just comes from people. But I think the most important one is authoritative. You know, you got to set the rules. You got to set the boundaries. Um, just set the foundation of what is, what cannot, what will not, what's unacceptable. You know, so I think that's the most important one. But personally, my style, I would say coaching.
Yeah. Oh, for me, I like that. I like that explanation.
What about
Because
you? Well, go ahead.
by nature, I am this way, but I'm also this way. So you need to find a balance with both. Because this one gives me problems. One gives me
Mm,
problems. Lots of problems.
why do you say that?
Why did I say that? Used to doing stuff by myself. And then I
Mm.
seem patient, but me also impatient because if I find that we can do it faster without you, I'm gonna do it. Or if we agree upon to do something and then yeah, take too long, then I'm gonna do it. I'll do
Well,
it for two
remember,
reasons.
you want to prevent that
Yeah.
entrepreneurship burnout, right?
Yeah.
And you know, nothing happens without a team. There
True.
is no, you know, they say behind every great man, there's a great woman. Like, you know,
But you have
behind
to
every
admit
team,
it.
there's a coach. It's all a team effort. So I think collaborative is very important. The
Yeah, it
reason why
is.
I
It is.
stray away from authoritative, I don't think it's because it's a bad reason, but I have so many visions and memories of people who come into a position and try to make a stamp and they do it the wrong way. You know, there's a business that's been functioning for 10 or 15 years, whatever it may be. You have a new boss and they want to come in and lay down the law and this and that. When you rub people the wrong way, they're less eager to do anything for you. They see you
True.
as almost like a threat or someone they can't trust. So I always say, it's just how you do it. It's how you do it. Once people feel or know that, you know, you're there for them or you're there for the bigger cause or, you know, you're just like them, you know, you're trying to do this or you're trying to make a dollar or you're trying to see something grow. You know, when you come in like a dictator, like you mentioned before, you know, that approach doesn't work. And
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I say, no, I'm not authoritative. Don't get me wrong, I'll lay down law, but my style is more coaching.
I like being serious. This requires me to be serious. So
What do you say?
I like being serious.
Oh,
Because whenever I'm this way, I be serious. So better just be mellow, but life don't work like that. It don't. Um, for the question in the chat where somebody asked which is better, it'll come naturally to you. Either that
oh,
or it will
it
be
was which
learned.
one is more important?
Which one is more important? Neither. None of them are more important because I'll always set different ways or I'll always go about things differently. You have some people that when they enter a space and immediately a team is formed and they can collaborate with some person that you would never think would give them the time of day or even persons who work horrible with others work well with them. Then you have some person where because of their nature, when they come and set expectations and goals, people just line up and do it. Then you have other persons who have a speak life into people in order to get them to move. But once you get them moving, oh gosh, man, those people will go to heaven, hell, anywhere else, and back just to make sure that you achieve your objective.
Mm, you're stepping on my quote right now. Like you're
Oh.
stepping into its domain. Like my quote has to do with something like that.
Actually,
So
actually, actually, we
it's
don't know
funny
your
that
code.
you
We don't know if you're stepping out of that. All right. But yeah, so it comes down to the person. And a lot of times our environment shape our personality. So it will come from number of experiences. All right. So what do you think about the methods to effectively communicate with employees?
Like, see, active listening, I would call that collaborative, right? Clarity and transparency.
Mhm.
Mm, I would say coaching. Feedback and recognition, I would put that under
Coaching as well.
coaching. And open door policy,
Support
collaborative,
or
I would
collaborative.
say.
Yeah. Because in
Just
authoritative, these still do apply, but it is kind of this more or less these. Because in most cases, good authoritative leaders are actually really great observers. They'll watch you, look at how you behave, and then do things accordingly to that, or have you straighten up according to that. They were like, all right, then cool, this person is really good at this, but they slack off in this area, or this kind of company gets them in a weird way, and they were like, all right, then, so you pair with this person, you pair with that person, and so yeah. So the styles vary, and it takes a lot to have employees or even be a leader. So it is a role that should be taken seriously, regardless of the style you use.
what I do want to say about open door policy, it's like giving people the open space, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's personal or work related, just to give them the open space. But I do want to point out that it doesn't mean you have to agree. I think some people feel that way, but they need to understand that, it's business and those feelings need to be separated. Just because you have an open door policy doesn't mean that you have to necessarily agree with what they're coming to you with, but there's a manner or a tier of how it should be dealt with. And I say that in the sense of, I think the one thing that everyone thinks about when you think about open door policy.
Is that there's no actual door?
No, but that's a good one.
Actually, I think something else.
What you say, right?
Actually, you haven't said it. You haven't said it.
Actually, I think something else completely differently from what I thought about.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Hmm? No. Actually,
But
we're interested to hear what you are talking about, because your
trust me,
open door policy sound different.
Nah, I'm talking about the normal workplace environment, open door policy.
Okay.
Well,
all right. So, listen to one answer. We have a few points.
Alright.
Have a
just a
few
few.
points.
Just
Oh,
a
yeah,
few.
I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I was waiting.
I'm backing
Yeah,
everything up in 110%.
yeah, we do. Yeah, back everything. I said, all right, watch this. First of all, if you have a new boss and then come in, every new boss is a reason why you get rid of the old one, because it not do nothing for your company.
I agree
So
to that.
every company needed change. Now, when if somebody come in new, it depends on the personality of the person. Now you have some people who don't know how to lead, and then they just jump in a leadership position and things that because you are a leader, you're supposed to carry all of the bun.
I agree
Now,
again.
as a good leader, when you just go get into a position where you need freedom is listen and observe. The first 2 weeks as a leader, you're supposed to start train with the people who in the company for years, see how
I
they
agree.
operate, see how the
Mm-hmm.
day-to-day operation is.
Yep.
Some leader jump in and just start make changes.
I
So
am.
because of that, people who have to remember nobody like changes. Nobody wants to do what Alan do. Ashley no want to do what Alan do. Alan no want to do what Ashley do. So because of that, it make changing over leadership difficult, which have to be difficult, but because as most leader now think, if you say, okay, you know what, instead of going with my ego, me just go in and see how my employees them operate. Rock with them, get to know them, get to see the day-to-day operation, understand it more, and then we can start apply change. Because if me come in a wealth building and I decide, say, okay, I'm going to start apply change, what I first need to do, talk to the people in a wealth building, see if they need a change, see if the leadership or the employee was the problem. You get me? So you can't just make changes, say, okay, let's change it. This is how we used to do it. This is how we are going to do it. No, thinking that that's the best way to go. Like a lot of people say, nothing not broken, why you fix it? Then remember, we have to open for change in order to grow. You can't grow up on the same mindset you start out with.
True.
You're not going to reach nowhere. So that is one point when I say I want to make a few points. You know, so in any business or any company, you have to willing to accept change. No, an employee with grandfather in so much and it become a routine when not even have to think to do it. Know that this person that come with change, yo, who we think him is. This is how we do this for years. Nothing wrong with it. Remember, as an employee, you not see the behind the scenes operation. You just look on what you do.
Yeah.
You get me? Now, upper management, them I see the numbers. You may not know that person what they bring in probably is a person they put in there to save their job.
Yep. Then you go attack them.
Yeah, but because we are not open for change, we get used to doing the same thing for years. We're just stuck in our ways. So, have an open mind each time you go work. Each time you open up your business, have an open mind for something new are going to happen tomorrow. Start learn to accept changes. And that is one problem we human beings have. We do not like accept changes. We not accept them immediately. It takes a while. It takes some of us years before we come to certain changes. It's like relationship. You have a partner for 20 years and then person cheat on your mad, you mash up. Years before you change. Look on a business. Same way. You have a business relationship. Now for 20 years you've been doing the same thing and then one day somebody come in and decides, hey, they might change that. You're broken. Because you're used to doing that for 20 years. It become a routine. Your brain stop learning. Everything is just step on auto. So now your brain get lazy. So you'll be like, okay, yo, me never have to do that, because this person did not do it. Now you have to do it. The person did it no more. Same thing with the business. Yo, we used to do it this way. This is how we're going to do it now. So get used to it or find another job, which most people want to find another job, which then I understand if you find another job, you're going to do something different and you have to go learn all over again. And if you sit down and say, okay, what's the changes? And sometimes it's just a nail take out and put in a better one. Sometimes the changes are even not, it's not that huge of a change.
True.
So first open mind concept we have to have, going into anything, willing to accept change, so, and willing to listen to, one. So, we can coach, but if the player them not hear the coach, then you're not going to win the game. Because player them not connect with the coach. So, before you start coach, you need to talk to the players them and learn them ways, see what each one do. Before me start coach, let me watch when I play first. Make me do a month I want to just play without me coaching. So I can understand what I get myself into. Same thing with the business place, we have to understand the market, understand the people, and understand the mechanics of it then we can decide, say, yeah, we are going to change.
Yep.
It's very important that everyone knows their role and play it well.
And sometimes that in a case, we know we roll and we still not do nothing. You know, sometimes we know we roll, we not do nothing, we not play it well. You know, sometimes we need somebody to say, yo, a time for this, you need to straighten up or else, you know. Yeah, we so used to whip over we. You know, sometimes we can't just get up and do it thing, cause watch this. This is your thing. Nobody now to tell you to get up to do it. Nobody can fire you, but yet still you know do it. But the thing that's not yours, you get up on time, you go out and you do what you have to do and you put in the extra work, you know, only because you have consequences. If you not got somebody may fire you. If you go late, you may get written up. But with yours, yo, chum, I say me I get up 7 o'clock and start bus. Chum, my thing, who can talk to me? You know, me I go 8 o'clock, yeah, man. Yeah, I got 10 o'clock, yeah, man. You get me? Cause no consequences, no did it. So we think it's change. Still not do it. All right. Watch this. But I said to somebody today, said there is no such thing as job security. All right. Explain why I said that. If you look on it, this is how I put it, and this is my opinion now. This is how I look on it. There's no such thing as job security because one reason. Your employer do not focus on liabilities. You know, your employer do not focus on liabilities. Your employers, they focus on assets. Hence the reason why employees get treated a certain way because you guys are liabilities. In your business now, for small business owner, what we do, we focus more on liabilities and we don't focus on asset. If we focus on asset, then if we spend so we spend 99% on our asset and 5% on liabilities, we would have grown more. We focus more on where it costs us than what we can make. Now, why employees get treated badly? Because you guys are liability take from the company. Guess what? If the company have a choice, they wouldn't have you in there work $20 an hour, $30 an hour. You get me? You are a liability to them. So they not treat as much. They pay your attention in them, but you don't get that much. If you notice, if you do a research on a lot of people, them not care about we then treat with bad, them do this. People always complain about that with them employers, with them employees. Now you look at it this way. Reason for that, they not care about you. You're not bringing the money. If you notice the system what them put in place, we're bringing the money in our business, then pay close attention to that. People say Amazon treat them employee like crap. But on the flip side, Amazon also treat them customer like royalties because the customer are the assets. They are the ones that bringing in the money. Employees are liabilities. So they not like you. Your employers do not like you because you are charged, you cost them money. Who like pay taxes? Who like go out and spend money? So why me I go like if every day you show up at my business place to take my money? Me only tolerate you because I need you to do the job. If any day I can figure out to do this, run this company without you, you're out of it. Me let you go immediately. It's your liability. Now, in our own business, we not pay attention to the asset. We pay attention, Lord, this too expensive. Me can't afford that, or me can't afford to do that. Me can't pay that for this. You know, the goods that my cost are extra 500. No, me can't do that. Keep it. We're focused on the liability. Now, if we say, all right, that'll cost me extra 5, cool. Me can sell, me can put an extra 2 on it then. My job is to make sure me get paid, find customer where we pay. And just like me say, up the service. And if you're not willing to grow, then you're not going to grow.
Agreed.
Sorry. Agreed.
So that's how I see it. Yeah. So I mean, all of this is important. If you want to grow, then practice all right, become a master, and the people that who master it, them they are head, learn to sell your products and services.
True.
People that who master it, them they are head, pay attention and put the same amount of effort in your business as what you put in your workplace, or put less effort in the workplace and more upon your business, because one of them can be long term. The one where you wake up and go every morning is not safe.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a figment of your imagination to say, oh, that's safe. Safest thing you can do is where you start.
Yeah.
Because if you're not stop, it won't stop. But if you stop, it stop. But when you walk in the business, then can fire you. Alan. Right, Alan?
Yep. You walk in and get fired. Walk right back through the door.
Yeah. So, yep. It's my pick. My opinion. Find the one thing. So, step up again.
And when I say person shouldn't have jobs, because regardless of where you are on the scale, whether you are an employee or an employer, there will always be a need for people. So whether you are directly employed or you are a freelancer, they will always need people. The world needs a collaborative effort in order to function. What we're saying is the same stock you're putting in your job, put that same stock in yourself. Invest in yourself. Put yourself in a position where not being employed or not being engaged with a particular company does not cripple you for life. Because you have, add to it, Ryan, like you'd have some persons who technology change, and as technology that change, they never that keep up with it. And then now once as the big change, the final nail going at the coffin now, and they're made redundant, they feel useless all of a sudden, and they were like, oh. And then now they try to blame you or blame society, but you saw the change happening. You saw it happening. You heard about it, ignored it. So that when things finalize now and the shift is made fully, you know, nobody to blame but yourself.
Nobody to blame but yourself. Yep.
Because
pretty much.
There was a phrase I heard the other day that everything reproduces of its own kind. So if you push forward, then you will continue to find reasons to push forward. You sit and do nothing, then you'll continue to find reasons to sit down and do nothing.
Pretty much. Yep, I agree. All right. Watch this. Well, and everybody have a mindset for being an entrepreneur, which we understand some people have to go out there and work. But for those people who go out there and work, have an open mind for change and you will excel in the workplace. You will make as much money as you can in the workplace. You just have to open to changes. grow with the company, learn the company, know the business you're in, try to become an asset to the company instead of a liability. You started out as a liability, finish as an asset. If that's the road. But
give him more detail upon that when it's a finish as an asset.
So say you forward a well building and we employ you to be, say you is a call center rep for well building. And your spare time, you do nothing. You just watch TV and chill. No. If you take your spare time and start learn well building, start learn what the company do, start learn the different jobs and stuff like that what the company have to offer. Educate yourself on the business aspect of the company. As a call center rep, you would be a liability. Because it's just an answer phone. We can't get anybody to do that. So no, but if you go out there and learn about the company, know the ins and outs, the operation, you know everything down to the T, now you will become an asset. Because now the company depend upon you to do certain things and to bring in certain amount of cash flow. So now you can say, all right, in a marketing, this is how a company lack. Okay, over here, so this is what I think if we do that, we can do this, we can get more. These are the calls. This is how I get daily. I get like 20 call people ask if we not do this and we not do that. Why we not do this? Like those feedbacks, educate yourself, learn the company, see where we can implement ideas and grow instead of remain a call center. Them have well building meetings, you show up, you speak out. Yo, this is what I think, been on a call and this is what I get, this is what I think, that way you can grow, you start to become an asset. Because you grow within a company, the leaders of the company now will look at you and say, yo, that person have potential. This person have talent. Let's recruit her. Let's prick her brain, give her a position and put her over this and see how well she excel.
So then now that works out for you too.
Some people start a job, then coming out of your business, them not really know nothing more outside of where you train them. Anything outside of the 2-week training, they don't know that.
Nope.
And then them are the first person to say they want more money. But they don't know nothing. So these things, if you guys can apply them something here to your daily routine, you can't go wrong. Nothing you go wrong. You're more likely to excel, and accomplish what you set out to accomplish. Like you can't get on top without change. I always remember you have to change. You can't say me not change. Not changing meaning you're going to remain in the same timeline. So you have to want to change. Just to make it true. So, I mean, if you're not change, meaning you're not going to grow up, not going to make no money. You're going to stuck, whether you're an employee, whether you have your own business, whether you're freelance or anything, you have to open to changes. Anything you do. If you refuse to change, you refuse to grow. So, if you're willing to change, you have to grow. Say important. So, everything will relate to growth and anything where force of a change is good. It's a positive change. A good fear. Whether the environment cause of a change, whether somebody new coming in your life or cause of a change, you know, to hope the change is for the better. Because if me stuck as I do this for years, and for the years me I do it, me not get nowhere. And one person come in my life and say, yo, why don't you do it this way? And then me apply that and me make $100, good to go.
Mhm. And then
There
if you
goes
really
I.
look at it, Ryan, if we not improve, what we do? Because really and
Nah, do
truly, if you
nothing.
look funny, if we not improve, what we do? 'Cause
Nah, do
remember,
nothing. We just living
it
our
is
time
it
out.
is possible for you to be stuck at doing something and get worse at it over time. Meaning
Mm-hmm.
that things change for. Alright, it's like you selling bag juice and you keep on and sell bag juice the same way to the same people, while other people change how them do it and I get different results. After a while, it'll look like you're gonna stand out and not in a positive way. So if we're not improve really and truly what we are doing, we're not doing it.
Nah, do nothing.
Not
Nah, do
at
nothing.
all.
So improvement, I mean, if we can recognize where we are going wrong, once we can recognize it, we can fix it. So if we can look upon this and say, oh, I'm good at this, I'm good at that, I'm not good at this. Okay, let's not focus on the one them what you're good at. Let's start look upon the one them what you're not good at. You know,
About that,
and let's, mm-hmm.
I take a pin right there. So I've heard two perspectives on that. And we really have to go probably pick one. Some
Mm-hmm.
persons we say, yo, focus at what you are great at and master it. Someone
Mm-hmm.
so that it overshadows what you're weak at. Other persons say, yo, because they must say, yo, you can't improve upon weakness. While others are say, yo, if you get rid of the thing that you are weak at, then you will be better overall. But then we see results from both sides of the same at the spectrum or from both angles. So really and truly, what the road is supposed to take when it comes to improving. Do we focus on what we're good at and get better? Or we focus on the weaknesses that we have and then improve those to be overall better?
Mm.
All right, watch this.
Oh, I was
This, go on, Ashley, I want to say something.
yeah, I was gonna ask, and I'm trying to think of an example quickly so it makes sense. Let me ask you this, Alan. If you, all right, let's say if you had two options, right? You had a device that could make phone calls. You had a different device that could send text messages. You had a different device that could check your emails. You had a different device that could store your contacts. You have a different device that you could go on the
I get it.
internet with. You have a different device.
That's
Okay.
too many devices.
Or
That is
would
way too
you
many
get one
devices.
of each of those devices, or would you buy the device that can do all of those things?
All of them. All of them.
And I think
At some point in time, my light bill I got the sky high because I for charge all of those.
and it's kind of like how we've progressed over the years. It's funny, I saw this meme on Instagram and it was talking about technology, and the person had in their hand like the old school telephone where you had to dial, like turn the dial. They had like a desktop computer. They had one of those big mobile phones like with the big antenna out, and it
Yeah.
was just showing that all
One
of these
again talk to God.
yes, a whole bunch of other things, but just to show that everything that we used to use back in the day, it's all in this one cellular device now, you know. And I think it's in context with what it is that you're really talking about. Like for me, I would say if in business, if you could do something really well and market that, like that works. Do that really well, have a market for that. But in terms of, maybe just like who you are as a person, it doesn't help to just be one-sided, right? You fall short on so many other things. It's kind of like, is that one really worth it? You can do this one thing, but not those 10 other things. So with that phone example or with those devices, I would say it depends in the context, but overall, I would say it's best to be able to be better at other things and work on what you're not good at. Go ahead, Ryan.
Go ahead, Ryan. You know, we here. Because Ryan has that look. He has that look when he's about to either hurt somebody's feelings or make a revolutionary point. And I'm like, oh, I never thought of it
It's
that
okay. It's okay.
Nah. All right. This is how I look on it. It depends which part you're there in a life. So may I say, all right, if you're a baby who just start out, a baby learn to creep, then crawl by them belly, then they start to creep, then learn one of them at a time. And before they even get to walking, then spend a couple months on their knee, a creep round till then start walk. No. If for adults in the business world who are look for get out there and they're not good at a lot of things, stuff where you're good at, this is how you do it. And me think for any entrepreneur who is successful, more think this is a logical way how they do it. So watch this. I'm good at speaking, but I'm not good at writing. So I'm going to focus on my speaking, advance in that, start make money. After I reach a certain level where I make a certain amount of money, it means that now I can spend money to kill time. So what I go do? Once I get a certain amount of money, I start spend money, learn and do the stuff that what I'm not good at. And that's how you start out. So even though you have everything in a one device, sometimes that device malfunction. And then try to force it in there. And in a work, you go through a whole heap of testing phase and updates. Now, if you focus and build on a foundation, and build that foundation strong, then you put a couple soldiers around it and have them fortify the foundation. Then you can take some time out to learn other things and to grow and build on your mental foundation. There is no stopping you. But here where we go around, we try to focus on too many things at one time. When one thing I work, okay, we are trying to do this because that work. Let us improve that. Make it work where it can take care of the reality. Then we can spend some time to improve the other stuff. Make we improve and set up the foundation. We got the foundation up. We just low it because we lay some block. We never full up the black hole and we just leave it. You get me? So me think if you build upon what you know and what you're good at, use that to build upon the mental space after a while. It may take a few years. It may take people say, yo, you're only good at this one thing. Yeah, man. And I become jack of all trades and master of none.
Finish that.
Mm-hmm.
Finish that.
I become that. So when me say work with what I work with you, say if you're good at like Bolt good at running. Him got side advance that couple years well in run.
Sprinting. He's
We
not
Jamaican. We Jamaican. I'm a run. We Jamaican.
Yes,
He's running.
But I say that to see what Ryan is saying about working on what you are good at and building upon the other things. He's great at sprinting. Like long distance, that's not his thing. So he did focus on what he was good at.
I think it's actually the reverse, Ashley. It's actually the reverse. He was good at long distances, but he was horrible at short distance. He was good at running long distances, but not short distance. I remember during Olympics when they did the 4x4, they had already called it because if he was good at 100 meter and that was his weakness, there's no way you could catch him with a 4x4, which he could actually stretch. Yeah.
But when I say long distance, I'm talking about running for 30 minutes, like those
All right.
marathon.
Hey, listen,
Oh,
listen.
Yeah.
From the God side. You see me? Don't answer you from the God side point. But that's time I say, him good, but him running, him run. God side up him thing, make
yeah,
couple
right.
million. Now him start though. He have so much spare time now when he start dabbling in other stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You see me? Because I'm already setting foundation there, so and if you know in our next 10 years time, somebody else will come and try if you catching record them. Cause guess what? Every other athlete want to be like, boy, no.
Oh,
You get
side
me?
note, they just had a Grand Prix and somebody Seville run 9.82. So there's somebody coming. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's true from the point.
This
But
has to
yeah,
share.
so like I said, you know, in build upon in foundation, so that's a prime example of building on your foundation, doing what you know and stick to it for a period of time until you get it down. Then after that, remember people used to say, "Boy, I know how to talk" when in do interview.
Oh.
You get me?
Yeah,
But
true.
guess what?
Because he used to
In
speak only
focus,
patois.
yeah, in focus on in running. In focus on that, build on that. Who can tell him saying can't run? Who can tell him say he man the greatest in a running? Isn't it? He left that foundation there. He build one big wall around that for himself. And anybody go in a track and feel like have to know who is Bolt. If you don't know
Yep.
Bolt, then
Because his name was literally his legacy.
you
You
get
know
me?
me? His last name literally
Yep.
became his legacy.
So in build on that. Yep. So what you do as an entrepreneur, you build upon what you know. You focus upon what you know. You build upon that. You build upon that. You earn upon it. If it a work, do it double time. If you used to put in 100, put in 1,000,000. You get me? And you can't go wrong. When you're done, then you start spend money for kill time.
All right. I have a question for you, Ryan. All right.
Mm.
So pre this, right? So on that same note, right? So say what am I good at, right? What am I good at, right? But I have to leave it alone and I have to learn something else. Now, what I'm good at makes far more money, but the something else provides structure, right? What happens there? Keep in mind now, keep in mind, what I'm good at makes light years more money than what I'm currently doing. In other words, whatever I make in a day, what I currently do, I can make in an hour doing what I'm good at.
Watch this. You stop doing what you're good at. Watch this now. Watch this. You have a carpenter good at making, good at building or making, good at making a furniture, right? But you know you're not good at, you're not good at selling it. No, this is where we're coming. And this is what most people feel. We're good at something, we're really good. You ever go out and see some people do some stuff and say, yo, you're bad enough. But then can't really get nobody to buy because they're not good at sales. All right, one of the things where we are talking about, recognize the weakness. If you can recognize a weakness, then you can be strong. All right, watch this. You're good at building furniture, you can make them, you're good. But you're not good at selling it. So what you do there, sir? You find somebody who good at talking and love talk and interaction and say, yo, for each one of my furniture you sell, make you 5% off of my market share. You get me? Because that person is good at it. Me we make. Me do the labor. Me focus on that. You focus on selling them. You get me? That is where we go wrong. Because we don't trust anybody for coming our thing and help us. Or we not trust ourselves. We not open to change. We do not know how to coach, as Ashley would say. So if me can coach you into helping me, it's what we can grow, you know. You
True
get
that.
me? So now, if you good at this and you stop doing it, that was a choice for you to stop. Why you stop? What make you never continue it? What cause you to stop? I remember, you know, we always have a choice where one thing you creator do. Remember, you know, it creator himself give you free will, you know. So how you look for me and tell me say you never have a choice? When the man himself create free will.
I never say I never have a choice. I say,
You not talk, boy.
oh, okay.
You get me? I'm just saying. So we need to look upon the option. You stop for some reason. You have some reason why you're tapping, you know, and do something else, you know. But you have a choice to continue, but you choose to stop. Still make a decision. So remember, the decision them will make a go affect with future. You know? And then if you keep living, holding on to the past, then you're not in a future. You know? The past call the past for a reason. If you stay in it, then you're living it. But if you move forward, then it not gonna catch up to you. Me see this thing where them say if you keep thinking about the past, you're still living it. But if you let go of the past and live every day, outside of your past, and you don't create the thought process of your past anymore, then you will move on to the future. But like me said, we all have choices, and then it's where we're there too. You know, it's the mindset and where we're at. You know, sometimes we're not there yet, and it take us one couple of years to get it. But the moment we get it, we start to excel, and we say, "Yo, why I never think of this one that?" You know, but at the time you're never ready because you couldn't process it. You know, now you're ready and can process it. So, you know, you have a lot of people good at certain things, but, you know, we have to know our weakness. Yeah, and if we know our weakness, there is it.
But then what you say to somebody who will take longer than normal to process it, and you can tell so them will get there, but they're not quite there yet, and because of that, they're frustrated. So
well, let go of frustration, you know, and continue doing what you're doing. Don't stop. Just be consistent. You're already there on the right path. Just be consistent. You know, little bit more patient and do your thing. You'll get it eventually. You know. Remember, him show you the destination, but him not show you the journey. Because if him show you the journey, you're not gonna do it. So him show you the destination.
I can guarantee you, if you show you the journey, you're not do it. Because I know me not do it. If you show me journey, I ain't doing it.
Journey, where they end up on.
I ain't doing it.
And then see where them have to go through if you get there. They're not gonna do it.
Nope. They won't.
You're not gonna do it. So if you're on a part where you do something great, but it'll take time, just go and hold out there, man. You know, look for the people them with speed got it. We get there in no time as then start, then gone. And guess what? 2 months after, you start hear a bag of things. Then drop off. Then went right back. You get me? Then just was too quick.
True.
then I learn a lesson.
All right.
And
Well,
sometimes you have to lose everything. Realize you never did have nothing.
but like I say, I guess it clock different for everybody. Time and different for everybody. Some people see it and get it. Some people experience it and get it. And some people just take a little bit more time to work on.
Yep, forget it. But eventually we get there.
Yes, eventually. The important part is as we get
Eventually
there.
we'll get.
All right.
So recognize the weakness
Mm-hmm.
and move on.
All right. So now, with that being said, we're gonna open the floor to questioning. So, Adi Assalam, if you want to say something or anybody want to add anything else, then you can speak now. That would be a good time to do it. All right.
This question all the time.
All right. So with that said, I love today. I like the brief today. I think even with the additives or stuff, I never expect Ryan did give a better perspective on certain. You know what I mean? So, I forgot to ask. Oh wait, we have a question in the chat. There's something in the chat. Actually, we have in the chat? In fact, somebody put on a question in the chat.
Oh no, there's no question in the chat.
Okay. Oh, she said nothing at the moment. All right. So with that being said, Ashley, fire off. It's your turn. Yeah.
Go on, Maurice. Go on. Sure, Ashley.
Okay, so the quote this week is from John C. Maxwell, who is a New York Times bestselling author, coach, and speaker. And the quote reads, "People buy into the leader before they buy into the vision." I chose that quote because this week our topic was how to manage, right?
Yeah.
Your employees. How to make them feel comfortable. You know, the slides we were talking about talking and being collaborative, being authoritative, being using a coaching kind of aspect or take on things. And it's very important to know that, and Ryan also said it as well as me, leaders come into a place and they don't know how to lead, right? Or bosses, they don't know how to sit back and observe at first to know what they should do to move on. So this quote kind of focuses on an aspect that it's the person that matters. It's not the position. Some people, they see their boss and it doesn't affect them, right? It's the person that matters.
Yeah, that's true. Because the guy in front of us doesn't know where he's going, then all of us is just lost.
Yeah.
All right. Watch this. I agree. When I look on the stock market, I see a bunch of companies. And we all take money put in it. And if some of us spend as much money on our ideas and our innovations, we would have reached further in our life the way we spend on the stock. Like I said, I said this. It's just somebody like me and you come up with an idea and them drop it on the stock market and find people like us. People buy into it.
Yep, true. Yes, Ryan, you are just as qualified. We are just as qualified.
It's just that we believe in other people sometimes more than how we believe in ourselves. Yeah. So if we spend more time on ourselves, uplifting ourselves, we can get there too.
True.
Yeah. So check out the book Magic of Thinking Big. For people who never check it out.
To add to that,
magic of thing.
That book there, that book never gets old. I mean, I tell you why. Every time I'm stuck in a rut and I can't quite wrap me around something. All it takes is about 5 to 15 minutes of that book there. And my brain free up and then I'm gone again. So it never gets old.
Yeah.
So far I'm gone about
My God.
3 or 4 times reading. Read the whole thing. Yeah. So by the way, guys, the book is on our YouTube channel. So you can look at our videos and you'll see it. It's listed there. So also, if you need to contact us, send us an email at Ryan. So yeah. So if you need to contact us, well, as Ryan was saying, check out our YouTube channel for previous podcast episodes. So you can see some of the stuff we've done here, some of the interesting topics we've explored, right? And if you need to contact us, send us an email at info@wealthbuildinginvest.com or check out our website, wealthbuildinginvest.com, or give us a call at 973-858-8454. So if you have any questions, any queries, any concerns, or you just want some money, give us a call.
And one more time before we leave, the quote of the week by John C. Maxwell is, people buy into the leader before they buy into the vision.
True that. All right. So with that note, we'll leave you all. Enjoy your weekend. Hope you have a good Sunday dinner, and we'll see you all next Sunday.
That I will. You too. Have a good week.
Next week.
Bye.
And love.